Unfortunately, the Miami Hurricanes are now dealing with a quote unquote significant injury.
You are Locked On Canes, your daily podcast on the Miami Hurricanes, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
I am Alex Donno, your host. I'm a University of Miami alumnus, longtime South Florida sports radio vet, and contributor to allhurricanes.com. Thank you so much for making Locked On Canes your now second listen and second watch of the day. This is an extra episode because there's a couple things going on for and surrounding Miami football I wanted to address here and not wait until tomorrow to get some of this stuff out. So, since our first episode of the day, we got an update, a limited update on the status of Miami Hurricanes running back TreVonte Citizen. So TreVonte Citizen did suffer an injury in the scrimmage on Saturday night, scrimmage that was closed to media and closed to fans. I was not there. No member of the media was. There were some staff and probably some alumni, maybe a few VIPs who were out there. So we did catch wind of a TreVonte Citizen issue. I had initially gathered, which I think was wrong. Sometimes I'm wrong, and I admit when I'm wrong. I had initially heard that whatever happened to Citizen was absolutely not serious, but reports now to the contrary. And I don't know if there's too many better sources out there on this than the head coach, Mario Cristobal. So Mario Cristobal, when he spoke with the media late morning, early afternoon today after practice, he did confirm that TreVonte Citizen, the true freshman running back out of Lake Charles, Louisiana, sustained a, quote, significant injury. We are continuing to assess and evaluate it, and it's going to take some time, he said, but we will give a full description of it when it is time. That's what Mario Cristobal said. So I do not want to speculate because I've heard some rumblings here and there, but not the kind of type of reliable stuff I want to throw out there on the show. I don't know exactly even what lower body injury, yes, but I don't know exactly what the injury is, and I don't know exactly how long he will be out. But it does, if I'm reading between the lines here, it sounds like TreVonte Citizen will probably have to miss some time, perhaps significant time. The injury itself described as significant. The time he will miss has not. We can only speculate about that until we get more information from the University of Miami Athletic Department. So we are certainly praying for TreVonte. We're wishing him the best, and we hope that this ends up being less serious than maybe some people suspect, because it's a frustrating thing, right? I mean, especially given TreVonte Citizen, I know how ready to go he was and is, just how good he looks physically and how quickly he's grasping the offense and just how strong and quick and solid he already is on the field. We are wishing this man the best. We know he's going to get the best possible care, both medically and from an athletic trainer standpoint. They're going to get this guy back better than ever, whether it's sooner or later. I know TreVonte Citizen is going to come back with a vengeance. From a football standpoint, we know the Miami Hurricanes are very deep and very blessed at the running back position. So far in fall camp and coming out of what we know about the scrimmage, it sounds like there's a clear top two guys right now, and it's Jaylan Knighton, who was Miami's leading rusher last year. The Rooster got the bulk of the work last season. He's been very good, and so has Henry Parrish, the transfer from Ole Miss. I think the two of them will be the top two running backs in Miami's rotation. I think whoever is the starter over the other may not matter a whole lot, because I think both of them are going to be on the field significantly this year. I would imagine Don Chaney, who's back from injury, and he's hungry. And Don Chaney, if he can get back to his old self and even better, he's a complete back that can also threaten to take serious reps away from the other two guys. I imagine he'll probably be Miami's third option, and Thad Franklin is the other one out of the four major options if TreVonte Citizen has to miss significant time. Thad Franklin, who's gotten bigger and stronger. He's a thumper. He always keeps the legs churning. He can be Miami's short yardage specialist from the running back position. So you always knock on wood that everybody's going to stay healthy, because Miami did have some bad luck with injuries last year. The Hurricanes are still stacked at the running back position, and we are wishing the absolute best for TreVonte Citizen. I think there is definitely, on the injury front, some real positives for Zion Nelson, Miami's starting left tackle. Mario Cristobal said he's almost ready to return to practice, which is great. Let me see if I can find the exact quote here. Which obviously that's good. Okay, Zion is close. He is really close, Mario Cristobal said about Zion returning to work. I think about 4 weeks ago. I don't know the exact date of when he had the procedure, but about a month ago, he had a scope to clean something up in his knee with, a timetable of, up to 6 weeks, which if it's up to that, that would take you up until, near around the time when the season is starting. Some people have been wondering if he's going to be ready to fully go by Texas A&M, which is week 3. I think the news you get about him being really close makes you very optimistic about that. And hopefully he can get in a little bit of work even before the Texas A&M game and not just have to throw him out there without really being ready. So that's some good news on Miami's starting left tackle, that he's going to be needed. He's going to be needed for the tougher games Miami plays this season. The other thing that happened today is the Associated Press top 25 has dropped. Where do the Miami Hurricanes stand? We're going to talk about it right after we talk about LinkedIn jobs. Folks, as you gear up for fall, you need the right people on your team to help your small business fire on all cylinders. LinkedIn Jobs is here to make it easier to find the people you want to talk to faster and for free. Create a free job post in minutes on LinkedIn Jobs to reach your network and beyond, to the world's largest professional network of over 810 million people. Then you add your job and the purple hashtag hiring frame to your LinkedIn profile to spread the word that you're hiring, so your network can help you find the right people to hire. It's why small businesses ranked LinkedIn Jobs #1 in delivering quality hires versus leading competitors. LinkedIn Jobs helps you find the candidates you want to talk to faster. Every week, nearly 40 million job seekers visit LinkedIn. So post your job for free at linkedin.com/lockedoncollege. That's linkedin.com/lockedoncollege to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply. Thank you so much for making Locked On Canes your first and second listen today. We're available free wherever you get your podcasts and available free on YouTube. So after we had days ago the first coaches poll dropping, preseason coaches poll, the preseason AP poll has dropped today. And the Hurricanes are actually in even better position in the Associated Press poll than they are in the coaches poll. In the coaches poll, the Miami Hurricanes were number 17 and a spot behind division rivals Pitt. But on the AP poll, the Hurricanes are number 16 and a spot in front of Pitt. And okay, first thing I'll say is I've been saying this for weeks before any of the rankings came out. Objectively, if I can even be objective. I mean, I'm wearing a Hurricanes hat right now. My goodness. But objectively, I think Miami belongs anywhere between number 15 to number 20. I think anything higher than that is too high. Anything lower than that is a little bit disrespectful. So I'm okay with the range that Miami's in the coaches poll, the AP. I kind of, though, I think I kind of agree with the coaches poll to have Miami a spot behind Pittsburgh, only because I want them to earn that back. And I know Miami beat Pittsburgh last year on the field, but at the same time, I like being the hunter, not the hunted. And even though Miami did beat Pitt last year, Pittsburgh did something Miami didn't do and something Miami hasn't been able to do since joining the conference, and that's win the ACC. Like, Pittsburgh did that last year. And so I kind of feel like, maybe just by merit coming off a conference winning season, maybe Pittsburgh deserves to be a spot in front of Miami. I'm sure some of you would argue with me on that. It is what it is. Rankings don't really matter until you've actually played a game. I think we can all agree on that. So, I mean, I guess what the Associated Press voters are thinking is that, Miami looks better on paper than Pittsburgh. And Miami is the odds-on favorite to win the Coastal. Pittsburgh is not. Pittsburgh lost Kenny Pickett. I think Kadon Slovis can do a fine job, but he's no Tyler Van Dyke, right? And all the excitement Miami has built in the transfer portal, the big name coaching staff that they have, from Mario Cristobal to Charlie Strong, all the way down to Jason Taylor as an analyst on the staff. And a quick sidebar, I loved watching the Dolphins preseason broadcast on CBS4 on Saturday. Jason Taylor was the color commentator, and he kept throwing shout outs to the University of Miami, who he now works for, which was awesome. I mean, JT is spreading that University of Miami gospel, the Pro Football Hall of Famer. But there's a lot of buzz for Miami, and the Associated Press voters, I guess, have decided, and I'm not going to argue it, that the Miami Hurricanes look better on paper than the Pitt Panthers do. So here's how the Associated Press rankings shake out. Not too many surprises here at all. They've got Alabama number one. Everybody does. They've got Ohio State second. Everybody seems to have them there. Georgia third, ditto to that. They do have Clemson fourth, because I think the coaches poll had Clemson. Oh no, the coaches poll also had Clemson fourth. I've got them side by side to compare. They've got Notre Dame fifth, Texas A&M, who Miami is going to see on September 17th. They'll see Clemson as well, but Texas A&M they'll see out of conference in September. They're number 6. Utah number 7, Michigan number 8, Oklahoma number 9, Baylor number 10, Oregon, Cristobal's former team, number 11, Oklahoma State 12, North Carolina State 13, so that's another ACC team that is ranked ahead of Miami, USC number 14, Michigan State one spot ahead of Miami at number 15. Then you've got Miami, Pitt at 17, Wisconsin at 18, Arkansas 19, Kentucky 20, Ole Miss 21, Wake Forest 22, Cincinnati 23, Houston 24, and BYU rounds out the top 25. So between Mario Cristobal and all the new coaches, Tyler Van Dyke, expecting him to really blow up this year. I mean, I guess you could call what he did last year blowing up. Like, if that was like last year was like a grenade, this year is going to be an H-bomb, is what it's going to be for Tyler Van Dyke. Like, he had a small explosion last year. This time it's going to be like everyone's going to need to evacuate, is how big the Tyler Van Dyke explosion is going to be this year. And, so Miami, some question marks at wide receiver. Running back looks solid, even if TreVonte Citizen has to miss significant time. We hope he doesn't, but even if he does, tight end looks excellent. And there's a lot to be excited about on the defense. You've got question marks at linebacker, but the defensive line looks as deep as they've been in a very long time. And so does the defensive secondary. Got some really good cornerbacks and have some of the top safeties in the country, including a guy in James Williams, who's on the Bednarik Award watch list. So there's a lot to be excited about with Miami. And I know preseason rankings, what does it really matter? It's nice to be respected, and you have to hope that you don't go out there, Texas A&M game, because, I don't know how much Miami could possibly do, against Bethune-Cookman or against Southern Miss to change a whole lot of people's opinions one way or the other. But you've got to hope Miami can go out there and play good football at College Station September 17th, because if they really struggle in that game, then you're going to have a lot of people saying, well, wait, how were these guys ranked number 16? What are they drunk from the Associated Press? How do these guys are terrible. They got their doors blown off by Texas. How do you rank these guys number 16? So you don't want that, right? You don't want, because people will use a ranking against you, right? Nothing's been earned yet on the field. You're number 16. Play like a ranked team at College Station and do not allow any of that backlash. And as far as the Associated Press goes, obviously, not every member of the AP has released their own votes. Some of them have, and one that got a lot of headlines was Brett McMurphy actually had Miami number 4 in his poll. So he probably boosted Miami's average. Maybe Brett McMurphy is the reason why the Hurricanes are a spot better on the AP than they are on the coaches poll, because he blew up the curve by having Miami number 4. Now, as much as I love the Canes, I definitely don't think Miami, at least right now, they've got to earn it. I don't think Miami's a top 5 team in the country, not coming off of 7-5 last year and not even winning their side of the ACC. I think Miami's going to be significantly better this year than they were a year ago. If Miami only wins 7 games, or if they even only win 8 games, you could call the season a massive disappointment. I think they've got to win 9 or more for you to call the first season under Cristobal a success. But I'm expecting it. I'm expecting the Hurricanes to be a significantly improved team, a more physical team, a mentally tougher team than they were in recent years. And I think they're going to be one of the best quarterback teams in the entire country, which is going to go a long way because Tyler Van Dyke, I think, is going to put Miami in games where you may win some games you wouldn't have won just because the quarterback elevates you that much. And then if, you do lose a couple of games because you have some tough games on the schedule, I think you're going to have situations perhaps at Texas A&M and at Clemson where Tyler Van Dyke is able to keep you in games that you would not have been in otherwise. So number 16 on the Associated Press poll. You guys let me know. You can leave us a comment on the podcast or on YouTube, or even better, drop us a tweet at Locked On Canes. If you follow us at Locked On Canes, we will follow you back, by the way. So leave us a tweet at Locked On Canes. Did you think the Associated Press voters got it right? Miami Hurricanes, number 16 team in the country, and the third ranked team in the ACC, because you got Clemson at number 4, NC State at number 13. Do you think they got it right for Miami, or do you think they're too high? Do you think they're too low? Do you think Miami, are you like Brett? Maybe Brett McMurphy is listening to this and he thinks Miami should be a top 5 team in the poll. Let us know at Locked On Canes. And my friends, make sure you are checking, as I do, betonline.net. I'm on there every day. It's the fastest and easiest way to check in on all of your betting needs. Find all of your favorite sports and events at the #1 online source for odds, lines, and games. Find reviews and news of every league, including Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA, NHL, combat sports, esports, even golf. BetOnline continues to be the top resource for all of your sports wagering info, from live in-game betting, scores, and podcasts. They have you covered. And guys, check out all the college football futures, because if you want to lock in Miami plus 8.5, no time like the present to do that. Head to BetOnline today or use your mobile device to learn more about the action happening today. BetOnline, where the game starts. So yeah, make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel, Locked On Canes. Make sure you subscribe to our audio podcast channel. You can get us probably anywhere you get your podcasts, right? We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify. We're on Odyssey, which has become a really popular platform. We're even on some platforms I never knew existed. Like if you Google Locked On Canes, you're going to get Google results for audio platforms. You're like, what is that? But you can get us there, guys. And yeah, if you drop us tweets at Locked On Canes, we'll read some of them on shows. We'll probably respond to them. And if you follow us, we will follow you back. So we will talk to you guys again next time. There is no media availability for practice tomorrow, by the way. No availability on Tuesday. I'm hoping to be out there on Wednesday. So we will talk to you tomorrow, and then we'll have practice stuff on Wednesday. We're on every day. Another episode of Locked On Canes. We are part of the awesome Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.